Hello, everybody. This is the Smark City SmackDown live review podcast. It's me, your boy Drew, Mr. George Washington with a dick on his head. And next to me, internet wise, not literally sitting next to me,
I wish,
is
yeah, literally sitting right next to you.
yeah,
No,
that would be way too weird.
whatever.
Say hello, Mr. Smark.
Uh, my name's not Mr. Smark. It's Alex. Hi, people. How are you doing?
Hey, it says Smark in the box, so
Well, yeah, well, that's because I'm on the account, but whatever. Uh, Hi. Did you like SmackDown?
it was okay. It if I could put it into a letter grade, I'd probably say a B minus.
Yeah, I really like the Wyatt Orton stuff. I liked Styles Cruz. I like Ambrose generally. There was there was plenty of cool stuff, but the Hype Bros,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm not.
Ms.
Hypros
Ziggler,
aren't my cup of tea.
yeah, Ms. Ziggler, the women's tag seemed almost more like just promotion for Total Bellas than a tag match. Uh, Slater, Rhino, and versus the Headbangers. I mean, yes, that's kind of cool.
That was there. You know what? There. This is kind of like what Raw was yesterday, in that there were segments of it that were good to great, but most of it was just not necessary.
Uh, well, I mean, it's necessary because they got to have filler for the show, but it's not going to invest anybody.
But I mean, like, I wouldn't expect to be feeling this way about the 2 hour show. I would be expecting to feel this way about the 3 hour show.
I guess that's a fair criticism. Um,
I'm going to let you in on something that I didn't even tweet.
okay.
For right before um, Bray came out, that was the Heath Slater home segment that was very strange.
Yep,
I
yep.
didn't really get. Uh, I actually fell asleep.
Oh, well, that's fun.
I kind of nodded off a little bit until Bray was in the ring.
Okay. Well,
So,
it was an interesting segment. We need to get to a fucking topic to talk about. And apparently you were asleep for that. Let's
sorry.
You're fine. Let's start with the beginning where everybody was all up in arms about the Miz Daniel Bryan thing, and it apparently is leading to Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, at least in the short term. So how do you feel about that?
Well, for starters, I was really excited when Miz came out in the beginning because he had a lot of fire and he started like really hitting it home. Um, Unfortunately, what I was promised was a Miz Bryan confrontation, and I didn't get a Miz Bryan confrontation.
Yeah, well, they're apparently Bryan's talking on Talking Smack right now about it. But yeah, it's not a direct confrontation. They're probably gonna milk it, and it'll probably be a long-term thing.
But I think that the problem is that everyone else was expecting that too, and it may have taken the wind out of some people's sails.
The thing that took the wind out of the sails is it's Miz versus Ziggler again.
Well,
That's
yeah, because Ziggler's music playing instead of Bryan's music
yeah,
playing.
yeah. Well, it's not even just that. It's just these guys. I mean, they're mini Cena Orton feud. They just fight all the time. These two, or at least it feels that way over the past couple of years. We had something. The problem is they presented us with something really cool and unique and new, and then it is being led in, at least in the short term, into Miz versus Ziggler, which is going to be a great match. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be a fun feud, but it's not going to be anything revolutionary, which for a moment it looked like there might be something really, really special happening. So a little bit of a letdown. Um, you know, uh,
I mean, his
it's okay.
promo was really good, though.
Yeah,
I
promo's
loved
great.
his promo.
Mrs. always great. I just don't ever uh, really lose my mind over what he's doing. He's just a really solid performer. I don't think he's fantastic, but I don't think he never has a bad night. He's a very, very consistent, solid worker in everything he does, which is really commendable. But with that Daniel Bryan thing, it felt like for a second this is going to be something really, really special. This is going to be a crowning achievement of the Miz's career, and it still might be. But in the short term, right now, it's basically led to Ziggler calling him out. They'll probably fight at Backlash, and then whatever after that.
Yeah.
So temper your expectations. Hopefully something cool happens, but for now, Sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Mojo Rawley and the Hype Bros. Let's just call them the Hype Bros because that's their tag name. Beat the Vaudevillains on the second match of the show, and the crowd seemed to be pretty into the match. And then they gave Ryder and Mojo the microphone, and then the crowd died.
I think the crowd got into the match literally at like the last 10 seconds of the match.
Yeah, and the last 2 minutes or so, 2-3 minutes, and
didn't feel like this crowd wasn't as good as last SmackDown crowd.
Oh yeah,
last week, they were all for the women. They were chanting Becky.
I didn't actually watch last week, so I can't even agree with you there. But
but they were really like into the show, and it made the show really good, especially to be right before that big talking smack moment with Bryan and Miz.
That's good.
It was like everything SmackDown was great last week, and now it's kind of like,
And this week, yeah. I mean, I my problem is just that the Hype Bros versus Vaudevillains. It's a match I've seen on NXT before. It's fine. It's fun, mildly fun. But like giving the Hype Bros the microphone and having them literally do the thing that's in their intro music where we don't get hype, we stay hype, and then it, bro. I literally head desked. Like I just bounced my skull on the fucking table to hopefully ease the pain of my life. Because I'm not the demographic for that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really even.
What is the demographic? Like 7 to 9 year olds? Like specifically that age range? Like
I think actually, I don't know if you caught this because I caught this and I kind of like it showed me where WWE is.
WWE is.
I know. I did the classic like anyone who cuts a promo and says WWE Universe but says WWE Universe instead.
Just don't even say WWE. It's just
during the Orton segment with Randy. Oh my God. You can tell I was sleeping. That segment, right? They had him. I mean, he just stopped. They didn't have him stop, or at least I don't think they had him stop right there. He just stopped, and the camera, the way that it was focusing on him, you could see just beyond him over the barricade was like a 7-year-old holding a teddy bear.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't. I wasn't paying that close attention ever during the show.
The only reason why I really saw it is because the kid was like bouncing it up and down on a barricade. And I'm like, so this is where WWE is these days. This was.
Like this is where they've been for 10 years now.
I know, but like I for some reason I'd never.
The joke's on us for still liking wrestling.
For the segment that it was at that moment, and then seeing like one of the most childlike things happening right beyond the barricade, I just thought it was like weird. That was just really weird.
It's you feel almost disconnected from
like Randy.
Like we always talk about the booking of how like Randy Orton could be this vicious psychopathic character with mental health issues, and like there's a bunch of cool things you could do, but you can't do that with kids watching.
Yeah, I mean, Bray.
You can't do that if you're focusing on kids watching.
Bray's in the ring, literally saying he's going to kill him, and there's this kid just bouncing a teddy bear on the barricade.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, that's great.
It's just a weird. It almost breaks the fourth wall in essence. But yeah, I really am happy with. I'm really happy with Bray Wyatt and Randy feuding. I think that could be really, really fun.
I'm happy with it, but I'm worried for Bray again. I'm worried that he's they're booking him again as the all talk, no action type. But this time he doesn't have the family to back him up. So now he'll look like even more of a chump if he loses.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I don't think he loses this. I think this is too perfect of a target for him. You know, I think
Yeah.
you probably see either they go into an alliance or something come from this. But
Well,
it's just too
I
perfect
mean,
of a melding of characters for it just to be the same old Bray Wyatt tries to convert someone, loses, and then sulks away quietly. You know?
yeah, exactly. Like what I tweeted before during the segment, that was like a real veteran promo from Randy, name dropping the old stars,
Yeah.
getting his old matches,
Well,
and
and part of it is also
it
part of
seemed
it.
like they were going in a I'm actually going to put you over type of a way, you know?
Yeah, maybe. Um, I think part of it is uh, there was a very, very clear Bray Wyatt is trying to kill the legend of Randy Orton here, which is a callback to Randy Orton being the legend killer when he first came into WWE,
Boy, it'd be nice if
and that's
they
why
like mentioned
they
that.
had to. Well, I think they kind of offhand did right there, where Bray's, I'm gonna. He's the Viper or he's the Predator in this feud. Like that kind of alludes to it. So in retaliation, Orton names all these legends that he's fought and subsequently killed, quote unquote. So um, there's just a lot of substance here that they could hit. So I'm really excited for it because I think they could really do something fun. And I think the outcome, because it's Orton and not Cena or Undertaker or someone like that, you have a more happy ending for Bray Wyatt in this feud. So I'm looking forward to it. That's probably one of my favorite feuds going right now is Orton Wyatt.
Yeah, I would. I probably agree to that.
I think there's just a lot more there than in a lot of them right now. So that's good. That brings me to the one dude on the show who I think is, really kind of carrying SmackDown right now is Mr. AJ Styles.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Gary the Milkman
Oh
Millman.
no, not tidy whitey dude.
That was just
Don't kid. That was just basically a public service for kids. Don't take drugs. And then Kane chokeslam. Anyway, but yeah, AJ Styles and Apollo Crews had a match, and before that, Styles got to be a shithead wearing fucking John Cena headband out and acting like he's the face that runs the place.
I kind of feel like AJ's hair is comically long at this point.
It looked so good in Japan, and now he's just let it go to it's just a curtain of it's just a curtain of weirdly styled hair. It's really
it
weird.
literally looks like a curtain on a window.
Yeah,
Parting
it looks like it billows, It like ruffles with the wind or whatever. It's weird. You know what's really funny is that he was wearing the John Cena headband, right? And you have to remember that John Cena wears that on his bicep. It's a headband, and his arms are so big he wears it on his bicep. So that was just really that was surreal just to think about. Grown man's wearing it on the head, and Cena's wearing it on his arm. So
Well, I mean, they stretch, so
they do stretch, but it's still just weird, It's a weird sight. It's a weird realization. But yeah, Apollo Crews came out, cut a really cool promo. They led into a really fun match. I'll watch Apollo Crews versus AJ Styles every single day of the week. Like that's a fun matchup.
you would.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good match, but
I mean the obvious outcome was obvious, but still,
Oh yeah, of course, but I
It's just a
mean,
fun clashing of styles. It's
but I'm.
I mean, it's Uwa Nation. Come on, man. In WWE fighting AJ Styles. That's insane.
I mean, look. My thing with Apollo is just that. First of all, I thought it was hilarious when they were doing the Creed thing for the past few weeks.
It was smart. It was like someone kept making that mistake, so they just owned it and made it part of a story. I'm glad they did that.
But at the same time, it didn't do anything for him.
I would disagree with that. I think he's clearly like, guys, it's Cruz.
Yeah,
Like,
but
are
I
you
mean, but
kidding
that's
me? Like, I think
anything personality wise.
no. Well, here's the thing: is I think it could be the motivation to a personality evolution. So, like any of those kind of things are good because they can lead somewhere eventually. Um, I think Apollo is starting to get a little exasperated, and he's starting to show a little bit of personality. I mean, his little deal with AJ was fun, and then he punched AJ on the outside and spelled punch for him and said, "There's your spelling bee." Like, I mean, he's starting to show a little bit of personality, a little bit of color. They just need to, give him a feud that is going to help him. I think he's actually in good hands with SmackDown after watching this week.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, because AJ, anybody like here's the one thing that AJ is so great at is he's such a good wrestler that like anybody who fights with him looks better for it. So like Apollo looked better tonight for it. Baron Corbin getting in AJ's face looked better for it. And Ambrose is going to look better for it. So it's just a good situation having AJ on the show because anything he touches really elevates people. So it's a fun thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it really it was for the better that they turned AJ heel. I mean,
Oh yeah.
not that he wasn't good at a face, but I mean, he's just been revitalized.
Drew, let me let you on a little secret. Almost every wrestler is better as a heel than a face.
Well, there's that too.
Almost everyone.
Except Titus O'Neil.
Titus is not good, period, but whatever.
That is also true.
Yeah. So we've talked Bray, we've talked Orton, we've talked AJ, we've talked Apollo. You want to talk about that fucking Corbin Kane stare down near the end?
That
No, thank you.
means that they may face each other in the future.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You know what? I mean, if okay, so people may forget this because it's literally never mentioned unless you see him, and it was mentioned tonight that Baron is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
Oh yeah, they don't say that at all.
Great, would have fantastic that he wasn't even in a match at SummerSlam. But it would be interesting that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner retires Kane.
Yeah,
Right?
that'd be interesting. It's a good match for just a pay-per-view middle card thing, two monsters and all that. I don't want a Corbin Kane feud that's drawn out. It just doesn't sound fun.
As long as if there's nothing behind it, then it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Like I don't even know where Corbin goes on this show. I think Corbin really should be on Raw. There's a lot more baby faces that he can pulverize. I don't know. SmackDown just feels weird for him. And they made, just by the way, breaking news, Miz versus Ziggler official for Backlash because duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh, indeed.
Duh. Anyway. I thought Corbin Ambrose was
breaking news tune there, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. Like the most half-assed attempt at it. Corbin Ambrose was fairly fun. Ambrose is over as shit.
Ambrose was probably the most over guy on the show tonight.
Oh yeah.
Which is unfortunate because last week Becky was the most over person on the show because they chanted for her like crazy when she was out there.
Yeah, she got some good cheers today too.
Well, I mean, the whole women's segment in general was just not that great.
No, they didn't do it too well. I'm worried about Carmella.
Worried?
Yeah, I just don't think she's good. She wasn't getting over babyface, and what I've seen of her as a heel isn't really interesting to me either. So,
also take into account that while all of this new healing with her was going on, you were also in, as I quoted it yesterday, I don't give a fuck mode. So maybe once you get out of that,
maybe
I didn't care about her at all, and last week I started caring.
Yeah, that's good. I never felt she was ready to leave NXT, and I thought they brought her up too early. I don't know. It's I just hope she does. She keeps keeps working hard. I think eventually she'll get her shot, but they need her to succeed. They need some depth to that women's division, and they're counting on her. So
you don't think that what she's doing right now, attacking Nikki Bella, is good for her?
I don't think it's bad for her. I just don't. It's not resonated with me at all. I don't know. I feel like they need to do something a little more extreme. Either she gets on a microphone and says some really awful things to Nikki, or starts taking cheap shots at the neck. Something that's a little like, yo, Carmella, shit, girl, like, calm down. You know? I think that's kind of where they need to go with it. I don't know when.
Well, I mean, her doing the breathe move last week on her, I thought was pretty good. You didn't think so?
I didn't watch last week, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, so you didn't see it at all?
No, I didn't see any of it. Oh. So yeah, I mean, that would be good. I just didn't think there was really much of a crowd reaction. And that's okay. It happens. I just, that
actually, I kind of feel like her attacking Nikki woke the crowd up.
You think so?
That's how it felt to me.
Okay. That's I can respect that. It just didn't for me personally, and it's just because I'm kind of detached from wrestling at the moment, so I need to just shut up and let people enjoy the product. But
speaking of that, I mean, are we gonna talk about anything else here?
I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. SmackDown was a decent show. Kind of was carried by Ambrose, Styles, Cruz, Wyatt, Orton, which are kind of the guys you would expect to carry it, and the rest of the show was kind of wishy-washy. Think you'd agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely.
Okay.
I just wanted to address something.
Okay.
And we didn't talk about this in the award-winning pre-show.
What award did we win? Did they win? My bad. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, no, I'm talking about our award-winning pre-show.
Oh, what fucking award did we win? Who gives a shit award?
The Smark City Legacy of Excellence Award.
You're so good at naming things. You should be in WWE.
I know.
You'd have been like, first day, hey, WWE Universal Championship. Yeah, that's the name.
No, and then everyone would be shooting on me.
That was the joke. That was sarcastic.
Shocking. Anyway,
yeah.
So I woke up this morning, and I was so happy over the events of what happened last night that I'm getting, I'm getting on Twitter, and I'm ready to just discuss it and be happy with everybody. And then, I wanted to talk about this with you because I wanted to get your perspective on it. I just see a whole bunch of shitting on Triple H because he inserted himself into the main event last night and technically, what everyone's saying, technically pinned Roman and Seth. Technically, they can physically do it.
People are overthinking it. Like, here's the thing. Triple H has been one of the top names on WWE television since 2001 or 2000 or 1999 or even before that. It's like he is a brand in of himself, and like everyone knows his reputation behind the scenes and all this stuff. And like, it feels like the people who are criticizing Triple H right now are the ones who have always criticized Triple H. And like, I don't know the dude. I'm not going to jump on his back for no reason. Like, did you enjoy the show?
Oh, yeah.
Case closed. Like, there shouldn't be, you know, this conversation of, well, should he really be like, should he really be pedigreeing and therefore being shown as stronger? And like, you're overthinking it. Just chill. Did you enjoy the show? Did you like the fact that Triple H like went to bat for his NXT dude and got him that fucking title? And do you like the fact that Kevin Owens may now be paired up with Triple H and they may run just havoc on WWE? Then just shut the fuck up and enjoy it, you know? Like,
the reason why I started getting upset was because this is like a few weeks back. I was on the podcast with you, and I think and Mr. Gentrification was on the podcast, Chris Marshall, and we were talking about the wrestling fandom and how strange it is when it came to Eva Marie. You remember that?
Yeah, just absurd, just crazy.
It kind of reminded me of that in the sense that now we have the two sides again.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
very
left
polarized.
Side,
it's very, very polarized.
But here's the thing, though. The people I feel that are on the criticizing side, they're the ones that praise him for the CWC. They're the ones that praise him for NXT. They're the ones that praise him whenever the show is great. Because when the show is great, Triple H booked it. When it's bad, Vince booked it.
Yeah.
And I just see so much. I saw so much hypocritical bullshit today that it was kind of disgusting to me, to be honest with you.
I think people are too picky.
You know, you can't
my only this is my only demand from WWE. Tell me good stories. Like, that's it. That's all I want. Tell me good stories. Treat the wrestlers I like with dignity. We're good. You know? Like, that's really all I want. And if you're telling a decent story and I'm just not invested, that's cool. I'm not going to fault you for that. Like, not everything is going to be for me. Triple H jumping in there, betraying the man who, you know, turned to him and broke up the Shield. Like, that's powerful. So, like, it's powerful that Triple H got one up on Roman again and then betrayed Seth. Like, so technically, okay, he pedigreed two guys, and therefore he's the pedigree. His pedigree is better than Seth's pedigree, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care. It's just really cool that, like, that moment of him betraying the guy that he persuaded to betray the Shield is just really interesting and fun. And like, I don't know, I just that's as far as I'm willing to debate it. Like, I don't debate star ratings on matches because people fucking do that, and I'm just, nope, that's not me. I don't care that much. Was the match good? Yes. Case closed. You know? Yeah.
And I mean, it's just it only upset me because it just seems like whenever there's something really good that's different and surprising and is signifying a change with the product that everyone seems to be hating on, or they like to hate on it when it's, you know, when it's cool to hate on it.
Yeah, like they hate on it when it's convenient because they want to fit in. And there's a community on the internet based on hating the WWE, and it's fine. Like I'm not a part of that, and you just gotta let some shit slide, you know. Just
Yeah, exactly.
whenever you find something that you don't agree with, just let them do their thing, and you just move on.
You got not even I want to say, 14-hour time span between the time I woke up and saw all the negative comments and Owens winning the title last night.
Yeah.
And all of us and everyone's already just shitting all over it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And they know exactly what's going to happen next week. They know it's going to be terrible.
Oh yeah, and those people aren't even worth paying attention to. Like, I'm not gonna pay attention to that. It's not that I don't want to be. I don't want to surround my own. This is just a personal decision, a personal life decision. I don't want to be around negative people. Like it's just. There is definitely a time to be negative, and you'll find that with Smark City here. When we're disappointed, we'll let you know. But like, we're not just going to sit here and hate on everything. And it feels like there are people out there who just hate on everything. And
I think last week really proved that.
Yeah, I mean, if Kevin fucking Steen winning the WWE title is getting hate, everything's going to get hate. So, like AJ Styles, when he wins a title, is going to get hate because it wasn't done perfectly and they didn't do the Bullet Club thing and whatever. Like, it'll always get hate. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it even.
This is the funny thing too. It's like there were all walks of life this morning. Like, I know someone we both know someone who's a big Kevin Owens fan. Yep. And was upset that Triple H got involved, and now it like tarnishes Kevin Owens' first title reign.
Shut up.
Then on the other side,
it legitimizes Kevin Owens.
Well, and that's something I want to bring up too. On the other side, we have someone who craps on the product, who actually really loved the main event. And then you've got guys who were in the business for years and years, like Vince Russo and Jim Cornette, who once called him fat and fat shamed him.
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm already over it. I'm like, I'm already done with it. Like, I don't care what they say. I don't care about their opinions. I enjoyed it. Case closed, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I just wanted to get your opinions on it because
that's my opinion. Is fuck them. They shouldn't dictate if you like something or not, and that's like, I'll give you an example. When Finn Balor was getting pushed so heavily on his debut, my favorite wrestler, and people are just saying you can't do this. Like, how are you pushing him so fast? Like, it's just another Roman Reigns situation. Fuck you. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Like, that criticism just totally water under my boat. Like, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Like, I'm enjoying this. So, I was tuning in and watching the show because at the end of the day, any online interaction you're volunteering to take. The only real relationship in this wrestling business is you to WWE. So that's the one that matters. And if you're enjoying what they're putting out, don't let other people say you shouldn't enjoy it or that WWE's fucking up. When the fact that you enjoy it shows they're not fucking up. That someone is enjoying this. So I don't know.
Well, I think the thing is, I think that I was in a conversation with someone today on Twitter. What's the name?
This was supposed to be a SmackDown review.
I know, but we're finished with SmackDown. That was the SmackDown portion. Now we're at the ranting portion. At the Rumble Ramble.
Ramble?
Yes, at the Rumble Ramble.
What?
On Twitter.
Oh.
That's the Twitter handle. He said something I thought was a really, really good point that nobody thinks about, because it's the same thing when you say WrestleMania is like the casual pay-per-view for the casual fans who are just buying one pay-per-view a year, don't really watch the show that much. That's what Raw is, essentially. Raw is a target audience show basically for casuals, you know? And I thought a really great point that this person brought up was that they said people are going to take Kevin Owens more seriously now that they see Triple H basically on his side.
That's totally the case. The biggest mistake online wrestling people make is thinking that the product is for them. WWE's not targeting you because they know they already have you. They don't have to target you. You're watching regardless. Like, you don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
And I kind of feel like what we predicted right when the draft happened is starting to come true now. That Raw is the show more, geared to casual fans, and SmackDown is. I mean, now with these worked shoots from Talking Smack and whatever.
I don't think that.
I think SmackDown is starting to become more of not the internet fan show or the Smark show, whatever. Just like
I think they're trying more innovative stuff on SmackDown to test it to then put it on Raw. I think that's the key here. Raw is their flagship. We get the most viewers on this show, so it needs to appeal to the most amount of people. SmackDown, they can tinker and try some things. It's not necessarily a Smark show. The Smark shows they put on the network because you're buying the network. So NXT, CWC, those are the Smarky shows.
Right.
And that's where if you're an internet person who wants something special, like that's where they're probably going to put it. SmackDown is not a Smark show either. It's going to be just a little bit off branding wise from Raw. And they're going to try, I think they're just going to try new things on SmackDown, see how they go. Put wrestlers on there who need to be rehabilitated a little bit, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. And that was, it's funny because this is pretty much where it is right now is pretty much where we thought it was going to be in the beginning. And then it's kind of like it switched for a week or two where it seemed like Raw was going to be where we thought SmackDown was going to be. And then it switched, switched again.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what happened in that first.
I'm kind of done with the whole situation, honestly. You know how it is with me. I'm just kind of out of the wrestling thing right now.
But you'll be back soon.
Maybe. I mean, I'm still here. It's just I'm not like these conversations don't really interest me at this point. Like I'm just passively watching the show. I'll go do my own thing if I need to and skip part of the show and whatever. Like, I'm not watching the whole show religiously, And
Tuesdays are going to be really fun going forward.
Are they? I mean, I thought it was mildly fun today. I don't know.
No, I mean, but to you, it's going to be really fun.
Oh, why?
If you're going to be this bland, boring person.
Oh, well. They can do some things to make me happy. I don't know what they are, but they're good. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the show. You thought SmackDown was pretty decent. I thought it was pretty decent. Anything else you wanted to add?
Nope, I talked enough.
Who is in the CWC tomorrow? Do you know? What are the matches?
I have my bracket right here because I actually did print it out.
You tell me who they are, and I'll give you my picks, and then we'll just call it a show.
Who is actually facing each other? I think it's Tozawa and Metalik.
Okay.
And I think
that's going to be an amazing match, by the way.
We had TJP last week, I believe.
TJP? He faced Gargano, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Did he win? I haven't watched that show.
Yes, he did.
I figured he did. Okay, cool. So we have TJP versus probably
Swan.
Rich Swan. So we have Swan, TJP versus or Swan and TJP, and then you have Metalik and Tozawa. Okay, I'm going to pick Rich Swan and Akira Tozawa as the two winners. Those are my picks.
If those are what I mean, I'm just going off of
Yeah.
what matches are left. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
what.
If that's the case, those are my two picks. So
Well, the other
people go call your bookies, make money. You're welcome.
please, I do not advocate doing that.
What I'm doing is philanthropy. You're welcome.
Please don't listen to him. So then the other two pairings are Kendrick and Ibushi
Ibushi, duh.
versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Noam Dar.
Ooh, Zack Sabre Jr. Ibushi, Tozawa, Sabre, Rich Swann. My final four. It's got to lead to Sabre versus Ibushi, I think. But they don't have Sabre under WWE contract yet. I know they want him though.
But yeah, that's what I've heard.
They
but
want
I think
him. They want Ricochet. They want a bunch of guys.
But they do have Ibushi under contract now.
They do have Ibushi, I think.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, just think about the cruiserweight division. Eventually, you're gonna have Ricochet there. You're gonna have Zack Sabre, Kota Ibushi. Those three alone are ridiculous. Adrian Neville. I mean, that fucking cruiserweight division is gonna be amazing.
It is, and that'll be the key to keeping you somewhat happy until somebody comes back.
I love me some cruiserweights, man. Anyway, I think that's the show. We haven't gotten a chance to see what you viewers thought of the show. So if you want to leave us a comment either on the site or on YouTube, tell us what you thought of the show. We'll definitely respond because we want attention. You can find us at The Smark City on Twitter, facebook.com/The Smark City, on Facebook, obviously, and on our own website, www.thesmarkcity.com. Get in touch. We want to hear from you because we like wrestling, and we know you like wrestling because you're listening to this shitty thing. Anyway, Drew, anything else?
Oh, I love how you said that. That was great.
I'm great at this, man. I'm so fucking good at this job.
It's too bad that you're not as invested in it as you were.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
But at least you can put on the smile.
They don't know I got sick and shit, so that's why. I've been dealing with some shit lately. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go. Drew, you can talk to him if you want to.
I have nothing to say.
All right, cool. Later, y'all.